Yeah.
But it does take a while for everything to get through the FDA approval process. Now, one day we'll get to the point where we have precision medicine, so we can know exactly what mutation you have, and then get gene-based targeted therapy, whether it be immunomodulators, kinase inhibitor, or gene editing.
Right.
But that day is coming very, very, very soon. But right now, I do believe there will be an immunomodulator that will attack this particular virus in the near future, in the very near future. And there will be the trick is to get a principal investigator that's working on it to take you into the study. Like Tom Hanks, Rita Wilson, Idris Elba, they should all get in contact with the principal investigators that are working on this clinical trial now, so they can get in on it. Exactly.
Test dummy, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree with that. You believe that, because right now, another thing that's been running rampant and has been taking out a lot of people is cancer.
Word.
You spoke about that.
Word.
And do you think that genotherapy can actually
100%. Look at Jimmy Carter. Do you know Jimmy? You know how Jimmy Carter broke his hip getting ready to go hunting? Okay, he had metastatic, meaning he had traveled malignant melanoma that had traveled to his brain. He got Keytruda, which is an immunomodulator based on the exact PD-L1 mutation. Okay, program that's one mutation. So my point is, we've now heard that advertised for non-small cell carcinoma of the lung. So it depends on the mutation. For example, 50 to 70% of people with cancer have the p53 mutation. Now, I thought Cellutex was going to come up with a medication, Kevitrin, for that p53 mutation. But strangely enough, it hasn't made it through the FDA approval. Plus, I think Cellutex sold it to another pharmaceutical. So it seems that it's taken longer than it should. It's all about the almighty dollar. That's why I respect the person, Brian Drucker, MD of Oregon State University, who's an oncologist and a researcher, had to threaten to try to produce Gleevec himself. Lou Alcindor, a.k.a. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, has CML, chronic myelogenous leukemia. And he brags on it because that's one of the first gene-based targeted therapies, okay? But Brian Drucker had to work so hard to get that Gleevec on the market because only a few people per year would get CML specifically, and the pharmaceutical company didn't want to spend the money to get it through the FDA approval process. So he moved his institution. He had to sweet talk the lawyers in Switzerland, where he had found that they were working on kinase inhibitors in Switzerland, and he had to get the lawyers in Switzerland to talk to the lawyers with him that were on his team. But first he was in Boston, now he's in Oregon. But he had to do a lot of negotiations between these people to get the molecule for what ended up becoming. It's also called imatinib, but it's now called Gleevec commercially. But to get that so that it would treat his CML patients, right?
Wow. So in this book, can the audience actually read it and articulate?
Yes.
About, because there's a lot of people out there that their family members may have certain types of cancer.
Right. Let me tell you a quick story.
Okay.
I didn't know about Jimmy Carter until 2016. This book came out in 2015.
Right.
So I looked up what do they treat Jimmy Carter with, and I found they treated him with Keytruda. So then I was so proud when I looked at my book under skin cancer, and I said, word, there it is right there.
Oh, it was already there.
It was already there.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
So, and then like if you have metastatic prostate cancer, Provench is already in there for that. So near the end of the book, we have individual cancers listed and the gene-based targeted therapies that were available at that time in 2015. Now, we need to update that because hopefully we'll get more and more, like they're going to start a clinical trial on my husband's mutation soon.
Oh,
okay.
Awesome.
Are
you going to do...
yes, I will. As a matter of fact, Dorrance, Dorrance, has contacted me. I have a contract right now that they want me to sign so that I can get the book at Barnes & Noble. So I'll update it when it's on the shelves at Barnes & Noble. Hopefully I'll be able to update it. Or just make it
Amazon right now, people. Go out there
right.
and check this book out. Make sure you get this book and read it.
Only in Amazon for right now.
Information.
Yes, only in
So
Amazon right now.
go to Amazon and cop this book. Right. Lot of interesting information in here. And cancer is I mean, right now a lot of us are thinking about this coronavirus, and cancer been around and just been kicking ass for many years.
That's why I want community centers where we can do the cancer screening, the CEA, that stands for carcinogenic embryonic antigen. This is what I did up until last May.
So basically what you're saying is
there's two
that
markers
if
that are
it's
available.
detected at an early stage,
yes.
it's very important for the public to know that they do have this cancer, if they do have the cancer, and you're at a better...
I have a young lady
you're in a better situation to cure
barely
it.
40 years old, and I did the CA 125 that was elevated. She got her GYN surgeon did ovarian biopsy and found that she does have ovarian cancer. And then her insurance company called her up and was willing to do the genetic testing that's usually so difficult to get. Sure enough, she has an Angelina Jolie gene. She has a BRCA mutation. So it's important that I did the CA 125 so she could get that done in time. Had another gentleman that I saw, and like I say, I always routinely did the CEA, carcinogenic embryonic antigen, CA 199 for pancreatic cancer. I always say if Alex Trebek or if
well, they say they start doing that at about 40.
Well, you're
45
thinking,
actually.
You're thinking at 45 you do the colonoscopy. So all the women do the mammogram, and women and men do the colonoscopy, and then of course the pap smear. And then if there's a lesion, a wart or another lesion, you should get that HPV done, whether you're a man or a woman. Even men can get an anal pap smear to check for HPV. So, but in addition to that, I'm saying there's blood tests that you can just check on a regular.
Right, that's what I was going to ask you.
Like regular own lab tests.
Like your yearly, you're saying you should be checking all this on a yearly.
Other tests.